Hey guys, another Euroleague Fantasy episode is about to begin. Let's see the topics for today.
So as usual, we're gonna talk about credit bank for this double round week, our team results, our suggested calls of the week for the round 5, our team trades, and of course our team formation. So let's see what happened in this double round week. Here you can see the sum of the credits players gain or loss, and these are the 3 highest on the top and the 3 lowest on the bottom, and the highest codes and the lowest codes accordingly. Your whole screen is full with Villeurbanne players. It's a very weird phenomenon. On the one side you have Maledon having an amazing season, been actually after 4 rounds the player with the highest average fantasy points. He scored 61.6 points in this double round week, and he increased by 1.5 credits. So the youngster for Asvel is really leading his team, and he's really great so at this early stage. Similarly, Sako, 50.8 points. You can always count on him getting rebounds, flirting with double-double if he doesn't get one. He increased by 1.2 credits, and he's now starting to be a bit expensive with 11 credits. But having said that, giving back so many fantasy points is still a cheap, price. And then we had the surprise, I think, in the middle of the screen. Giedraitis having an amazing game, delivering an amazing upset with Trinchieri, and you can see on the bottom of the screen Messina is reflected this very bad week Milano had with 2 losses. Messina lost 1 credit, and it was minus 25 fantasy points, so absolute disaster whoever had Messina. On the other hand, Selimir, 30 fantasy points. Partizan was really one of the winners of the double round week. So Selimir now is at 7.3 credits, still very good price, but increased by 0.4. On the other hand, it's weird to see the other 2 players of Villeurbanne, as we said, having very negative impact of their team. You can see both of them for these 2 games. The sum of the fantasy points combined is minus 2.4. And on the other hand, I wanted to mention Ibaka. So Ibaka came into this double round week having an excellent game before, and he was really one of the best players of Real. But having said that, since then he didn't have a very good showing. He had not a great week, especially in terms of fantasy, and he lost 1.1 credit. But I think you wanted to mention something about the Villeurbanne downside here.
Yes, you see, both players, Harrison and Schofield, both are experienced players. However, they haven't. I believe it's the factor when players are coming from the NBA, they need time to get adjusted to the European style of basketball and how they play in Europe and in Euroleague. So that's why, for example, you see Maledona's super efficient because he came from the NBA as well, but he's European. His approach is more European. That's why he is performing and giving to as well points and amazing moments so far.
It's a very good point. From all the big stars made that trip from US to Europe, there are only a few that they were straight away being at their best. They usually need quite a lot of time to adjust. But with that said, let's move on to see how we did this double round week. So on the left hand side is around 3 results, and on the right hand side around 4 results.
Or on the left-hand side is Vejankov, and on the right-hand side is Mirotic, as you can see.
Very true, and the common ground is TJ Swords. He's been a pillar to our team since day one. When everyone else wasn't really performing, he's there lifting up the team. One of the reasons we have Vezenkov and Mirotic together is exactly that, because if one of them doesn't really have a great game, we're really betting on another one to really perform. And then if they both perform, you can actually expect your team score could explode. But I mean, the main disappointment for me is Oturu. We did everything just to get Oturu to our team, just for him to get injured. And of course, that's why you see only 2 points. He got injured from that game. So that was a small disappointment. But in terms of coaches, as usual, both of our coaches deliver 10 points each. So that was great. And I think what we are really happy with is Sako, the replacement of Oturu, giving 30 points, and Snyder, a very cheap option, giving us 12 points. The team you see on the right, we didn't have a chance to post it in next quite early, so I think we were late about a couple of minutes after the start. But yeah, usually we try to post even the double round week formation, even though we're doing the episode for double rounds, the one episode of double rounds, we are trying to post our team before the games there. But yeah, it was quite a tough week for us as well.
That's true.
Anything more you want to add here?
No, just
I think the credits, maybe?
The only thing I need to point out about TJ Shorts that he's proving, because he has playing in several European competitions, but now he's in the top European competition, Euroleague. He is proving that he has the quality and he is that caliber of player. He is for Euroleague, definitely. And also, as you see, it's always, at least for me, it's always nice seeing new names, let's say, coming up. For example, Sako. He was playing last year in France, but not in one of the big teams. So now, he just grabbing the opportunity and showing and excelling with his performances. And as you pointed out about the credits, we managed to get almost to 1.9, to gain 1.9 credits from round 3 and 4, which gave us a big boost into the changes that you're about to see, that we made for our teams. Keep in mind, before we go, that this round we have unlimited trades. It can be tricky, because in the past we tried to change the whole team. It didn't work out. But if you want, you may do it. But sometimes it's better to keep your core and just change some small players and make small changes to your teams.
Exactly, and I think, as we mentioned at the first episodes, our first round wasn't great, and since then we tried to improve. And then from the end of round second, we tried to start a rebuild and have a core. And we've already done this with Vezenkov, Mirotic, and Swords. And we were betting on on Oturu to be our main center, and we were really unlucky there. But we still, even with that injury, we still got all the 1.9 gain. Should we have drum rolls for the coach of the week then? And there he is,
Pablo Lasso. Yes, Pablo Lasso from Baskonia. Big opportunity with 6.6 credits versus Alba at home after a big victory versus Barcelona for the Spanish league. So, I mean,
this is a given 6.6 only for Pablo Lasso at home versus Berlin, as you said. Yeah, sums it up. So we don't want to jinx it, but it seems like a cheat in the game right now. So I bet everyone will just pretty much switch on onto the Pablo Lasso codes. Let's see how that goes.
Hopefully, we'll go as we plan.
So, of course, that gives it away for our codes. For our trades, then we thank Herbert for the 10 fantasy points, also the 0.1 increase in value, and we bring in Lasso after a loss with discounted price. So that's all great. Then we have a very tough decision here. We had to cut DJ Short, although he was our best player till now, consecutive from the start. The reason is we want to bring one more player. So we had many scenarios that we worked with, and we ended up having to cut TJ Shorts because there are more quality players in less than 15-14 credits in the guard position. So if we were to cut one of the big names like Mirotic or Vezenkov in the forwards, we didn't really have anyone below the 13 credits that could have that upside as Maledon has here. We talked about him earlier, what a great double round week he had. And also we getting off Lazic that he gave us a -2, so straight automatically he triggered his leave from the team.
The release clause.
The moment he gave us a minus, it was like a notice. He gave his notice, he's out of the team. We love the player, but we cannot get minus. So if we are to get a 4 credits player, it better give us nothing, if not like a point. But we're giving an inactive player pretty much to get blood. So TJ Shorts and Lazic, we get Maledon and blood. Even though TJ Short probably was doing great, we think this is an upgrade for us. And finally, for Jones, we bring in the Monaco center. The reason is not that we don't believe in Jones, but mainly how we handle our credits. We want to be able to fit all of these players in our team. So he's coming, and actually he had a great fantasy game. So I think it's the second appearance in our team. He's becoming a regular tighter. So should we check our team then?
Yep.
Information.
Let's see what we're discussing into a photo. So now you see our team. What we wanted, that's why, let's say we sacrificed DJ Shorts because he was one of the pillars from our team, because we wanted to build an all-around team. So keep in mind we have 3 turns this week. As you see, we have, since we don't have Jones, Partizan is playing in turn 1. We do not have any player from turn 1. So as you see, from turn 2, we have Mirotic as our captain. You see, we have Blatt, Hermanson in guard, Jaita at center, and Schneider. And turn 3, we have Maledon, Vezenkov, and Sako to join the team from the bench. So as you see, this is a fully stacked team, because when we have almost, I'm not going to say 8, I can go up to 8 players including Schneider, but we have 7 quality options for our team, and the potential is to get a lot of fantasy points. I think I need to mention this. You see the icon of the fire icon. I think this is new this year compared to last year. You might see it for some players, which is like we have discussed with Bill. Like for example, Shields has it, but the last couple of games of Shield were 7 and 9 fantasy points. So sometimes you need to check the performance of the player before you choose the player to put in your team. So sometimes this icon doesn't reflect the actual performance of the player. However, that doesn't mean that the player cannot have an excellent round.
Correct, very good point. And as we mentioned earlier, this is a week when you have unlimited trades available to you. However, we decided we don't want to do that. We want to keep our axis of Vezenkov, Mirotic, and as you mentioned earlier, we got out TJ Shorts, really to have a very productive three line of guards that we can trust, Vlad, Hermansson and Maledon. So let's see how it goes with Pablo Lasso. At least we know we have some points from there for sure, and let's hope we're gonna grow even more on the next round. What's your opinion, guys? Give us a like, subscribe, and you can post also your teams if you want, or you can chat with us at X. Enjoy the round.
Yeah, guys, enjoy the round, enjoy Euroleague Fantasy, and see you in the next episode.